What's going on, YouTubers, gamers and hobbyists? What is up? What is going on? Welcome to On the Bench with Pete, the hobby along, paint along series, where you just stick me on in the background whilst you do your hobby or painting, whatever it is you're doing. Doesn't matter. Bit like a radio show, really, except possibly more boring. I don't know. But it's hobby related, so it's a chance for me to get an hour of stuff done. And hopefully for you as well. Now, I don't even know what I'm going to be doing here. And it doesn't matter. So I brought my drawer of paints over. I got some new ones today, which is nice. Try out loads of stuff. Got my alien to paint, and I've got loads of lovely metal miniatures to paint as well. I think I'm going to start with this octopus squid thing here. I think it's nearly done. I just want like maybe his suckers, his eyes, well, the sucker pads at least. I think I want to do the pink. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, and that's going to take a while. Just that one. So, yeah, you know, we'll work it out. Red tone, that can go away. So it's so much easier when I can just turn around. I don't know why I don't bring it over more often. It's on wheels, for goodness sake. Why do I get up from my chair and go get a paint? That's just crazy. Lazy as well, you know. I'm gonna have to manage without Lamium Medium today, or because it's run out. I got some more on the way, but yeah, we'll just have to see. Right, okay, so let's get to the bench. Before we do though, do get yourselves a drink, get your brushes, paints, whatever it is you need, get yourself sorted, ready, so that we just put us. I've had a hell of a week this week, so I might be talking about that. You know, there's no hard fast rules of this, but I will talk some hobby stuff as well, so don't panic. Okay, let's get to the bench and get my thoughts out. Right, well, there's the octopus in question. I've just got to work out what sort of colour I want on him. Do I want a pink on him? Like a fulgrim pink, or do I want a Emperor's Children pink? I don't think I want Screamer pink. I don't think so. Pink horror, maybe that might work. One thing I've decided to do. Oh, and by the way, I'm going to shake this on my electric paint shaker. So do excuse me for 1 minute, and then I'll tell you a thought I've had. I can hear the agitator in it now. Right, I've got myself set up with a nice cup of coffee. So pink horror, and I'm going to use this on this octopus chappy. So hopefully I can anyway. So what I'm looking for is obviously a glooping brush, so that I can start. I have a massive bench, and you always end up with like a few inches either side to work it. It's craziness, absolute craziness. But I'm gonna pop some onto my little palette here, which is little more than a plastic tray at the moment. That's not a glooping brush. Well, I suppose it is, but I was looking for. There we go. No, it's more of a dry brush. Sorry, chaps. I am looking for a glooping brush. By that I mean an old brush I can just plop out a few bits and pieces. What about this? Oh, that one's fallen out. I'll use this brush. Stuff it. What's the point if you're never going to use them anyway? Right. Right. Get some pink horror onto my palette. I might use a little bit of thinner on it actually, because one drop at least. There we go, one drop of thinner, and wet the brush. Mix that in and hope that's enough. Might need some more light on the subject here as well. Right, let's find another light. Okay, so do bear with me. Hold on there. There we go. A little bit more light, which is what I need. Okay, I'm going to try this wrong way, son. Wrong way. Right, so I'll just got a lot of these like sucker pad things on him here. And that's okay. So right, yeah, so my flipping week. And obviously this isn't the week that you're watching this. This will be a week that's long gone by now, but oh, what a roller coaster of a week I've had, mate. Oh, I lost my mind with frustration one day. Made a rant video, stuck it up on Instagram. I mean, work had really pissed me off. It got to a point, and but it wasn't just work that made me annoyed. There was other things going on in my life, and not to mention the medication I'm on, right, which causes anger issues and feelings of frustration, amongst a plethora of other really nasty side effects. But what's the alternative? Have a seizure and die? No, you're right. Yeah. So anyway, got really annoyed with work. Then I discovered that someone I know, I used to really look up to them at one point. Really let me down in a big way. I felt they betrayed not just me, but someone else I look up to and hold dear. And it just devastated me a bit. I was gobsmacked by their behaviour, and I'm not going to go into what they've done because there's no context for you here. Just suffice to say, when you find out someone has done something or acted in a way you thought would never be within their character, or they did something that they swore they'd never do, and something that isn't, not a good thing really. And it's the biggest thing I felt with that was disappointment. Someone I really thought it was better than that. They disappointed me. I think that's the worst part. And saddened. I was a little bit saddened by it as well. So disappointment and sadness. Two overwhelming feelings I had from that. And but I've moved on from that now. People always let you down, don't they? Dogs don't. They don't let you down. My buddy doesn't let me down. He never lets me down. But yeah. But man, oh man, people. Just Anyway, I had to vent my frustration on a video and realised that people saw it and commented on it, and yeah, I've taken it down since, because there's no point keeping that up. It doesn't serve anything. It doesn't serve me. It's already served me. It's done its thing to help me. So I've taken it down. And how it helped me was just venting it out there, getting it out there off my chest, and all that sort of thing. So that was a really shitty part of the week. It did get better though. Got a nice lot of stuff towards my Lord of the Rings Middle-earth phase that I'm going through. Is that a phase? We'll call it a phase, because it'll come back around again. Yeah. Like the my role-playing campaign. And this model I'm painting here, I don't know if it's not definitely going to be used in my code, but it's going to be used. It can be used in like Call of Cthulhu, as well as like D&D or anything like that. It could be used in pretty much any role-playing game. So this is going to be a handy one to have, I feel. Yeah, so I'd like to get this one out there. Done. Yeah, so some stuff arrived. So 2 box sets, Battle of Osgiliath and War of the Rohirrim. That's probably gonna. I can foresee them doing different stuff like that now. With whoever's going to make movies and animations and whatever else, that they might do new box sets. I mean, crikey, Disney, and if they've got rights to Lord of the Rings, well, so have Games Workshop. I'm sure they'll make a mint on it. I'm sure they will. It's an absolute fortune to be had. Yeah. Right, I think that's pretty good. And I think I am pretty happy with that. I might do these here. As well. Looking forward to my coffee, actually. Looking forward to this weekend. I always look forward to the weekends. I know I moan about work sometimes. Who doesn't? But I am very fortunate to have the job I have, and I realise that. And I'm not trying to be ungrateful. I'm very, very grateful for that. I think that's him done on that side of things. I need to work out his eyes, so I'm not too sure. I might do maybe yellow and black. That'd be kind of cool, wouldn't it? Yellow and black eyes. I don't know what he is, an octopod or something. I'm not sure. God, I've got to take these glasses off when I'm not actually painting, because they're so strong. My eyesight's so bad these days. Old man now. And of course I can let that dry. Pop that to the back. Bring in my weird shark, shall I? And some long beard grey. Some long beard grey. I think I've got a newer long beard grey somewhere knocking around, and I'll dig that out. I don't think I need to buy any more of that. Crikey, I got paint. It's dry paint, and I got it on all over my thumb. How does that work? Right, let's see if we can lighten him up a bit. Yeah. I'm not sure whether I want to matte him down with a varnish or keep him shiny or a bit satiny. I'm not sure. He's just come out of the water, right? So yeah, I don't know. He is what he is. I think he's finished. Just needs sealing in somehow. Right, I'm just gonna wash this brush off a bit. That's the only thing. That's one thing with these flat brushes. They're easier to clean. Treat myself to a new bit of kitchen towel, I think. Go on, Pete, you've earned it. Thank you very much. Yes, I'm going to varnish him up, get him off the bench. Find somewhere to put him. Right. So that's that. Right. Looking towards some of the metal miniatures now. Oh, actually, let's bring my gladiator chappie back in. So I haven't done anything on him in a long time, and I don't know why. I mean, is he done enough? I don't think so. He needs a bit of a highlight himself, and yeah. I think his sword needs to be straightened slightly. And I think it needs to be hard coated. Yeah, I think his sword needs to be shiny. Hard coat will do it. Now the question is, what brush do I use to hard coat? I'll use this one. Big. Doesn't look like the hard coat's been opened before. Well, it has now. Just hard coating the metal bits on him. It's going to be tricky because I'm going to be doing matte varnish on the rest of him, I think. But do you know what? That's okay. I'm okay with that. That's cool. That is cool. I used to do that a lot, you know, on miniatures. If they were holding like a glass bottle or something, I would varnish that gloss. I'll do the front of his shield in it as well. Yes. To put something, I might put some grass or something on his base. Just a couple of tufts. or a couple of splodges of a really light brown might work. Yeah, actually do that, because the idea is he's going to be in the fighting pit, which is going to feature in my campaign. So, do I have a light, dry brown paint? Or, yeah, I don't know. But it's great that I can just lean over and check. You know, I know I've got like Griffin brown or whatever it's called, vermin, old hide. Gold fag brown. That looks perfect. It's a dry brush paint, or it's a dry paint. So I'm looking to get a smaller dry brush than what I was using, if possible. Glue pin brushes. They're underrated, glue pin brushes. The amount you use them. Here we go. Dry brush. We've got here a Citadel dry brush, no less. Right, so. Well, the fighting pit, the gladiator arenas are kind of muddy and sandy. So obviously I want to kind of represent that. I may end up doing another dry brush of an even lighter one. We got here Xandri dust, of course. That would be perfect. And of course, I'm going to go to an older brush for this. Yeah. Right, so get the Xandri dust on there. Wipe the majority of it off. And then, see if we can get a couple of those areas. Yeah, nice. Done. All that will remain for him then is we'll do the sides of his base. I quite like these square bases, you know. Yeah, they're quite good. Get some of it off of the side, and then what I'm going to do is pop him onto this. Then simple Steel Legion drab. Good old Steel Legion drab, folks. Yes, I bought some paints today. Being Friday, end of the week, after work, went down to the hobby shop, bought 6 paints. And I was quite proud of myself because, you know, just buying that, going in there and just coming out with 6 paints, that's a miracle for me, you know. Yeah, so I've had ups and downs this week. It's been a week of ups and downs. The roller coaster week, I suppose we all get them. And the older you get, the more you think you shouldn't have to be going through certain things anymore because you feel like you've done your time, you've done your penance, as it were. But yeah, you know, things are sent to try us, and try us they do. Right, bit much paint on there. Right, okay. That's enough work on him for the time being. Doing good. We are doing good. Doing some good work here. Okay, Wendigo. Gotta do something with his antlers, whatever they are. Shade wash, I think. He's doing something with his ears as well. Those eyes. What's he doing with those? Jet black, I think, the eyes. Right, I'm going to pop a shade wash on his antlers. Light tone. Yeah, I'll pop some light tone on his antlers. And if needs be, pop a darker tone on after. So we'll put that on. So this way we're getting paint on all the models, and that's good. And you know, come on, that's good. Excellent stuff. There we go. Now that looks good. Better already. I'll get to his eyes as well. See if we can do that. Oh, just gotta clean this other brush while I'm here. There we go. Right. Right, I've got a detail brush here. That should be good enough for his eyes. Let's have some coffee a minute. Do I foresee a Wendigo in my D&D campaign? Not really, no. But when I started him, there was so much other stuff going on. Baden black. Yeah. It's quite a shiny black, as I recall. Yeah, I think I can get away just with a spot of water on this one. There we go. Right. So I'm going to have a go at his eyes. So if I go quiet while I'm doing that, I do apologise. But what I will say to you It's what I try and remember to say every time. Do let me know what you are working on, because I love to read those comments. No matter what it is, whether it's Warhammer, historical, something completely different. The blacks of the eyes. They're quite big eye sockets, which is nice. Yeah, that's nice. I think I'll put. He's got a band of something around his waist. Assume it's a him. I don't know. Could be a girl. Do you get girl, boy, or male, female Wendigos? Or are they just what they are? I don't know. I have no idea. Oh, I told you about the medication making me feel frustrated and angry, etc. Well, I'm getting over that. One of the other symptoms of the medication is tremors. I seem to get it more in my left hand, which is awkward when painting, I have to say. But again, change the angle of how I paint, and I can pretty much nail it. Just making adaptations, you know. Like I say, go in silent. Sorry if I'm off the screen at times here, because this is really not easy. Hopefully I can edit this video next week. Get it up for you soon. I'm hoping Jay will put up another painting with Jay sometime. I love watching those. They were the inspiration, really, for my series. He's had a couple of different hiatuses during his time on YouTube, though, so I have long surpassed him in quantity, if not quality, of the videos I do. Yeah, hundreds of these paint-along videos now. They are my favourite type, I have to say. Right. What next? What next? What next? Indeed, what next? Well, okay, let's pop him over there. I've got this chappy here. He's blowing into some sort of horn, which I feel needs to be like bone kind of. So if I could find a shanty bone or jack bone or something of that nature, I think I'll be good. Flesh. Right, come on then. Shabty bone, look at that. Cool. Hasn't been shaken in a while by the looks of it. Look at the state of that. Shubty bone. I'm going to put it in my electric paint shaker. I think that's beyond my skill to... Now that looks heaps better. Look at that, look. Sorry, I didn't give it a chance to focus. But yeah, the electronic paint shaker, or electric paint shaker, can't rate it highly enough. I really can't. Let's get... Oh, come on. Won't take me long to do this, thankfully. Because they do, these bone coloured paints do dry pretty quick. So see it's got like straps on it. I've thinned this down a little bit too much, possibly. That's okay, it will thicken up as it dries really quick. Like I say, so it dries out. The water disappears. It seems to evaporate with these type of colours more than others. I think we'll do leather for the straps. Yeah, so what can I call this episode, guys? The roller coaster bench episode? I say on my chill videos, I tend to go into more detail in these videos, but the nature of what happened to me last week at the point of recording, I don't want to go into it too much because, well, I got my reasons. And that's it, really. I just hope the person that let me down can look at themselves in the mirror. I know, you start saying things like this and it's like, oh, intrigue, what's going on? That's just someone that did something that really disappointed me. They did something they swore they'd never do. And I feel they've let down myself, another person, and something else as well. Like I say, I'm not going to go into it because, you know, what's the point? I've reached that age where I'm not going to waste my energy on negativity. I can't help experiencing it, so I've got to go through that initial down. But once I've got through that, yeah, I'm done, baby. Right, so that's pretty much it for that one. And the bone. Let's see, shabby bone. Yes. Yeah, I like that. That's quite good. Has he even got any? Oh, he's got a skull. He's got a couple of skulls on him. How handy is that? For you shapty bone. That's very handy, my son. Very handy indeed. I only just quickly glanced over at my at the display on my microphone. I think it said 40 odd minutes. Okay, so far this is good. So far this is really good work. Nice bit of work on my bench that I've got done here, which is really nice. Shabty Bone is a great paint colour for skulls, I have to say. Oh my word, he's got another skull around here. Well, I would have to say that this dude is not a good dude then if he's got skulls hanging from his belt. He's got an awful lot of them. So, yeah. Like trophies, you know? I'm super excited. I'm hoping this weekend I can get a video about the Battle of Osgiliath up as well. Well, not up, but recorded. That way I've got a lot of videos to choose from during the coming weeks of what I'm going to be working on. I like to have a lot of videos to choose from. Like, what am I going to work on next? And I'm still working on my Spectrum. Yeah, my Spectrum, the Sinclair ZX Spectrum video. One of the most awesome machines going. When I was a kid at school, I wanted a Spectrum so badly. But first of all, I wanted a ZX81 so badly. And then, of course, the Spectrum, came out and it was like, oh, that's colour. And it's got a bit of sound as well. Cool. But, it's a friend of mine who first introduced me to it. The concept of, oh no, I've gone off topic a bit here, but that's what I do on the bench. I go through topics. Yeah. There was a time I used to have them written out, but now I just go off the cuff. Maybe I should write them out again. I don't know. Give some sort of order to it. But anyway, yeah, he introduced me to the Sinclair ZX81, which was a home personal computer that played games. Yeah, like they all did when they came out at that time. But yeah, they boasted, oh yeah, educational, good for education as well, which, of course, kids tried to ply their parents with, oh yeah, it'd be good for education. I'm going to do my homework on it. Yeah, just to get the computer. Okay, that's really good. I think I need to do some leather on him now, but I'm not sure. Hmm, don't know. But I do like how he's coming along a lot. Yeah, do some wash on his skin, but I guess I'll just leave the washes till later when it's more stuff has been done on it. So I could do with, I guess, oh, there's so many things I could work on here. I've got this paint here. This is what that's Baron Blue, which I would like to put on one of these miniatures, but I don't know who. Maybe this chappy here, piratey chappy. I don't know. Or maybe he should have a red, maybe. I don't know. I just don't know. Don't know what to do for the best, really. Well, I'll check my timing. I'm at 49 minutes. Maybe I should apply some basing material to these miniatures here. Yeah, I don't see the harm in it. I'll do that. Alright, so earth texture. Let's zoom out a bit for this because it's a big pot. Right. Now I do tend to apply this with texture tool. So I've got a few miniatures here that don't have any on, and some which could do with another layer on, if you know what I mean. Just to build up the base. I'll apply the ones that have no texture on at all at the moment. I'll change my glasses to something less stronger. Better. Right, so this, you can't see it, but this is like a tiny dwarf. Small for a dwarf. He's more like a halfling, but he looks like a dwarf. So I don't know what that's all about. Just want to, and I've mounted him on a 5p piece. Nice solid metal base for him then. It's funny how certain coins dictate what makes a good base. I like the 2p pieces. I think I like them the best. They're more like, you know, main characters and that. I mean, this dude could be a main character if he wanted to be, yeah? Just could. That's him done. Now I realise I don't have... I could turn around and get some more bases and put them on them. Let's build up some of the ones that could do with a bit more on. Yeah, I think I find working on basing more therapeutic than anything, really. It's one of the most therapeutic things to do for me. Yeah, I like that. Right, so that's him built up a bit. Yeah. Making he building up here, doesn't he? this guy is like a pirate captain or something. He's going to feature heavily in my campaign. Pirates are going to feature in my campaign because why? Because I like pirates. I've never role played with them or had anything to do with them, but I think they make great miniatures. Right, so he is done. Now I need to build up this one, just on the outskirts of the base. Excellent. Doing good. Okay. This dude. This is an assassin. I think he's an amazing looking model. Some of the assassins I've got, they just impressed me so much as miniatures. I thought I just gotta have them, you know. I'll work them into my story somehow. I foresee a thieves guild, an assassins guild, wizard school, religious order like churches, cleric, you know, all that sort of stuff gonna be going on in my campaign. Let's get some of this basing on. This is probably going to need a couple of layers of this stuff. But what a miniature. And I love metal miniatures. Is that because I'm old school? Probably. I don't know. Don't get me wrong. Plastic is amazing. It really is. And there are some friggin' amazing plastic miniatures out there. But I'm brought up with... I was brought up in role-playing with metal miniatures. And I just can't help it. It's ingrained into me. Oh, this is like my trader guy. He's like a market trader or something, you know. Yeah, he's on a penny. It's funny how these coins, they make great bases and they cost less than like buying wooden ones or plastic ones. I quite like the plastic bases sometimes though. Good old Games Workshop base. I quite like the square ones though. Originally, of course, they didn't have any of that. They just, the metal they were casted from, and sometimes they didn't stand up very well at all. Yeah. Some of these are going to have grass tufts on as well. Bits of grassy area. Oh, yeah, just keep building up. Building it up. Building it up. I think this dude was advertised as an assassin. But I think he looks more like a piratey type. Well, you know, like ship hand, you know. There. Thought I was going to be doing some metal, but it turned out quite different. Now, that is looking pretty darn good, if I do say so myself. This chappy could do with a bit more too. I think I've probably come to the end of the video now, just doing this. But yeah, no, I'm happy. It's all good. 59 minutes. Oh my gosh. Right, I think I better end it here. So I'm just gonna wipe off my texture tool. There we go. Pop the lid back on my Vallejo Earth texture. And better cut back to me. Well, glasses off. Cut back to me. Wow. So, got a lot of stuff done there on my bench, which is exactly what it's meant for. Sorry, I just putting some dry paint fell off one of the pots. Dirty not my bench. Yeah, I haven't even touched my alien. That's how into it I was, and I wasn't even sure what I was going to be doing. That's cool. I like that. I'm just really stoked with the work that's coming on board here, and they're all going to go away in pots when they're done, and I'll label up the pots, you know, like maybe pirates, knights, rogues, you know, that kind of thing, fighters types, and I might need more than one pot for, you know, multiple types, whatever. But yeah, do let me know what you're working on. I hope you enjoyed the video. I love doing these, just talking to you. I know effectively I'm just talking to myself, but just by talking out there, it's therapy. It's very therapeutic. It's very cathartic. It's just helps me big time. So let me know what you're working on while you're watching this. I love to read about that. Great. Because what I do, you see, sometimes when I get the time, I sit up in bed at night, I'll go on my iPad and I'll scroll through YouTube, and I can read the comments and that's really cool. So give the video a thumbs up, patting, and you know, check out Patreon if you want to get to see some behind the scenes stuff. I haven't done a Patreon video in a while, but I might do soon. Bear that in mind, and yeah, see you out there, guys. See you on the next video. Bye for now. Bye bye.